Good evening, everybody. How are y'all? The fuck was that? Hmm. Ah. Alright. Well, let me get the camera set up and then we'll see what we're gonna do tonight. There. Sorry, I saw something where I'm like, I'm not gonna play that because I feel like that's gonna be spoiler for an episode or something. Well, if there's anybody here, how are we all doing? Anybody doing anything interesting today? Meet any new people? Conquer any planets? Why does everything feel off on this desk right now? Wait. The who, what, when, where, why? Ooh. Might be finally getting an update. We might be getting an update soon for a certain game. I can't talk about that game. Hmm. I'm just gonna hit like on that and just really quickly keep going. Goddamn, why is there all this good stuff tonight? Stop. Yep, that's an old school trick there. Sorry, somebody just did a really cool thing where it's just like, oh hey, I use a really fine tip Sharpie. I'm like, yeah, it's an old school trick for a lot of that stuff. It's because it's a trick you can do on Gundam models. Alright. Well, I seem to be talking to myself tonight, so we'll see what happens. So tonight we are painting up a Sun Soul Studios. I think the character's name is Alex. She's a little necromancer plague doctor. But for a friend of ours who is planning... Hi, Rajanka. I was waiting for you to show up. I gotta fix her arm real quick. Now, where did it break? Because that's gonna tell me how to fix it. Well, that's interesting. It fractured. Nice. We gotta fix her up. If I do this right. Alright, so she's gonna sit like this anyway. So this model's actually her smaller version of her that's gonna actually be on the model. She's actually sitting on like a monster's shoulder, but this is like the free model they released of her. Now, I'm debating if I want to do a pastel goth thing. this because you didn't get the other stream night, honey? Sorry, I'm trying to find the model so I can show it off to you guys, but apparently... I'm gonna take the long way and go to Patreon first. Of course. Of course I have to add them to my cart. Sorry, I had to fix something because I need something for later this week. A little bit more painful than using Gumroad, but I'll take it. Now back to my original quest. That's not right. Okay, so that's still right. Yeah, it's Studio Soul. Why is it not popping up with their Twitter anymore? So this character's name is Alice, and they're writing on a character named Mole, who I think it's from their game Soul Union. That's... Oh no! Oh, it's because it's broken. Weird. Alright. I was trying to see if I could find the figure that this girl's sitting on, but that's not been released yet, so that's fair. Alright, fair enough. Alright, we've been delaying this long enough. Sorry, I keep seeing stuff that makes me go, oh my. So, I want to see if there was a canon picture of Alice, but there doesn't seem to be one. I literally just closed her. God damn it. Well, there's a model. Profile. Likes. Let's see here. Oh, so it's a different model that this character is sitting on. Fair enough. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can find how this girl's supposed to look. I'm not quite seeing anything, but not seeing that. So instead, someone has had to have done this at least once. I think we're going to try and go for a pastel goth effect tonight. So we're going to have lots of pinks and purples. But that also means we need to start with a brighter primer. Now the problem is, I don't remember how long this primer takes to dry. Hand brushing it? So we'll see. If we can't get her, if the primer takes too long, I have backup plans. This is also to help our friend the kitten. If they pop in, they can see how, well, at least my interpretation of how to do this. I kind of want to see if maybe I can make a diorama out of this character later on. But I have to get some supplies first. And also I'm going to have to go find my wire cutting board. The pastel goth I'm looking at might be a little too pastel, but we're getting general ideas, because the one I'm referencing has a lot of almost neon colors. But for now, she'll probably sit on my desk. She'll probably sit somewhere near my desk, just because of her little sitting position. Trust me when I say, be aware when looking up Studio Soul. They are a unique kind of modeler and artist. It's the reason I haven't linked them here. So if we're going off of this, we're going to need you, maybe you. You, maybe you, maybe you. I feel a little bit of blue somewhere in there. Might need some black wash. I feel like I had a purple. Blood Angel's red. I will say this, I think going to go for a light skin tone. No, I don't think we will actually. Maybe. Might need that for something. And we're just missing one other color, which is in the box behind me. Excuse me while I make some room over here. Ow. Oh, it took you long enough, Shiny. How you doing?
Doing okay.
Did I startle you with the voice?
Mildly, yes.
Or Junker redeemed it earlier. And why are you so quiet? You're just quiet for some reason because you're almost at 200.
Because I eating something that I didn't want to crunch in y'all's ears.
Ah. Well, I have a primer that's drying a little bit faster because it's the older brush-on primer. But we still have to zenithal. We still have to give her a nice white coating so that the pinks and purples will pop out better because we're going to do a pastel goth Plague Doctor. Which just means a lot of dark pinks and purples. Well, pinks, whites, and purples. So I'm thinking the mask and hat will be dark purple. Maybe the gloves. The boots will be black. We're going to give her a darker skin tone because I want to play around with it. Plus, I'd also like to be able to piss off Tim Burton.
Yeah. Also, DM'd you something that you may find handy with your speed paints. They also make a Citadel variation of them.
Well, what I need to finally just sit down and put paint pot. So you can buy these little paint pots, things for these little paint pots that turn them into squeeze bottles. But the problem is I'd have to buy one for every single one of my paints. And they would always just have to go on the new bottle.
Well, I'm using them for the speed paint metallics.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That or Gilly Do. Want to see how that looks on that?
Oh, Gilliman flesh?
No, Gilly Do.
No! Where are we still wet? Where are we still wet?
Damn pal.
You really need to get that fixed one of these days, sweetie. Alright, so let's see here. So we're gonna come in with the matte. We're gonna come in with the matte white as a dry brushing overcoat. I'm thinking the hat and plague mask are going to be probably Magos. The underbit of her dress is going to be... that might be too much pink. Actually, what we could do is we could do voluptuous pink. It's the arms that are the problem. The boots can very obviously black. The underdress needs to be a lighter pink or purple. I'm just waiting on this primer to dry because this is the part that takes forever. But as I plan things out, this will make it a lot faster. The gloves are the only part I have a problem with because what I should do is make them green, but the problem is I don't really have a pastel green. The gloves might have to be bone white. That might be our best option there. So the gloves bone white. The mask for sure is going to be pink. I think the ribbons will be this pink. So here's what I'm thinking. Hat, ribbons. We'll keep this in mind. Alright. So inner dress for sure. And then I'm cross between one of these two purples. I'm feeling the Magos might be better. Keep seeing little spots that I missed when priming her that keeps annoying me. Yeah, the gloves are what throw me off. The gloves are the only thing I can't think of what to do with. They've either got to be gray Yay! Hmm. Well, that's good to know. What I'm thinking is we might have to go Gravelord on the gloves, but we'll do a Grim Black on the boots. That might be the best option. Or we could probably go Black Templar. We'll probably do Black Templar. Actually, where's my Corvus? That might be the best black for her boots, because it's not super dark. There. We'll do this for the top part of the boot, and then Abaddon for the soles. Okay, I like this is going. So this is definitely the, so. Dress is somewhere between these two. Boots, underdress, gloves, the spikes on the gloves. The ribbon. And then it's somewhere between these two for the hat and mask. I wonder when they added that, because that's new, because I've tried that a few times for the miniatures and painting. holes in her mask. I think that'll work the best. I think for now, let's get working on the skin tone. Oh, good, there's a ball in here. I think there was still a little bit of wet primer there. And I think the paint might be a little too thick, but we'll fix that in a moment. Let's get the underdress going, because that's the easiest part to paint. I'm trying to work my way towards this, the face, because that's going to be our problem for most of, that's going to be our problem. it. We're kind of working out of order. Normally you'd start from the top and work your way down. Right now we're kind of just doing paint by numbers. Well, that was annoying. I do like the fact now that I at least get to see those before they pop up in chat. So here's what I'm thinking we're going to do for the gloves. We're going to paint them up bone white, and then I'm going to come in with Gravelord Gray on top and only cover in anything but the spikes. And we've got to add Wraithbone to my list of paints I potentially need. Got it. Or is it time for ASMR? It's very much time for ASMR. There we go, the oddly satisfying for tonight. Hmm. Hmm. I think the Phoenician purple is going to be the better one. What we might do is just to bring everything into the same color, we'll probably give it a nice oil wash, except for like the parts we want to be super bright. And those will be, and that's how we'll make everything kind of work together. And this is where I realized I have thinned my paint too much. Because it's pooling weird. So we're going to have to do a second coat. I mean, we were going to already have to with the skin tone, it's just... Fair enough. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. I should have gone more pink to get the pastel goth aesthetic, but it's fine. Okay, the hat might have to match the dress, at least, but... Why are you... Why is the hard drive running? Alright, I'm not too worried about the glove, so it's fine where it got marked. I do love when something is so big that by the time I get the first coat on, the first coat on, by the time I'm done doing the first coat, where I started is dry enough we can start actually putting the second coat on. Hmm. I think we're gonna do the hat the same, but we'll do the mask a different color. Actually, we'll do the mask. I think we'll do the mask Magos purple. That's not my problem, kid. You're a ghost kid, apparently. Actually, what we might do is we might do voluptuous pink. Let's see how voluptuous pink looks. voluptuous pink for the mask and the under part of the hat. Actually, we'll do Magos. No. Yeah, we'll do Magos. Purple underneath. The mask will be voluptuous. Okay, so this is Magos purple, the one here in the middle. This is voluptuous pink on the outside. 1 second. Shit.
Yes, well. Eager. Oh, my back. My lovely, lovely back. That is not a fan of that. There. And what are you painting today?
We are painting up. Her name is Alex. She is, I think, supposed to be a necromancer.
Sounds about right.
I'm trying to do a pastel goth thing, but I went too purple.
Then apply a lightish white, or a lighter white, and actually bring it up to a slight pinkish color.
Well, I kind of like the purple dress and the hat. I was.
Then make the spots or pastel lines a little more pastelish.
Alright. Thank you for the cheesecake.
Well, here's one for tomorrow's lunch.
Oh, dinner for me.
Dinner.
Sit down and relax. Alright, let's see here. I got cheesecake. I'm happy. Ooh, and it's pumpkin pie. Perfect for Halloween. Alright, well, I debate on what we're going to do next. Only because I want to eat my cheesecake.
Factory worker Kamakeli recently moved from his home country of Greenland to live and work in Denmark. But little did he know that the apartment he moved into had a horribly dark past. 7 years ago, a 49-year-old man was brutally attacked and lost his life right outside the apartment's front door. After Kama moves in, he begins to notice his things moving and falling to the floor for no reason.
No.
He hears the creepy sound of someone knocking on his door, and doors inside the apartment slam shut for no reason. One afternoon, Kama hears strange sounds coming from somewhere inside his apartment. He pulls out his phone and starts to record as he tries to find the source of the odd noises. But then, this happens.
Well, better pay rent.
Kama gets a good jump scare as a door slams shut right in front of him. And, it seems to literally scare a fart right out of him. But now, this is where the fun ends and things start to get really dark. Because another day, not long after sunset, the eerie activity in the apartment starts up once again. Now, Kama is a bit scared, but once again, he takes out his phone to try to record proof of the creepy activity in his apartment. What happens next is truly creepy.
We got a ghost face? No. Just a thing opening. See, that's easy to explain. That one's easy to explain. That's just a string pulling on it. It even pulls like it's on a string.
A cupboard door opens by itself and Kama's helmet slides across the floor. Later that night, Kama decides to live stream from his apartment. He says that he's having trouble sleeping because he keeps hearing things moving and falling to the floor over in the next room. What happens next, live on camera, is downright chilling.
Did you see it? Well, you better go check it out. A little dramatic there, my friend.
Caught live on stream, Kama hears the sounds of his belongings falling to the floor in the other room. But when he goes to investigate, the drawers of a small cupboard slide open on their own. Kama has had enough and runs down the stairs and out of the building. But when he looks up at his apartment window, he is shocked to see someone or something standing inside his apartment.
Well, like I said, somebody's supposed to
seemingly
be standing on
looking
camera,
right
so it's probably
down
whoever was
at
helping
him.
him record this video.
So, with everything that has happened, could Kama's apartment actually be haunted by the restless ghost of the man whose life was taken there? Let me know what you think. Just a quick side note, but Greenlandic is only spoken by around 57,000 people in the entire world. So a huge thank you to Nuke's Top 5 viewer Wilhelm for translating. Nuke's Top 5 viewer videos. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Natalie Hintz is taking a few iPhone Live photos of her sister-in-law and niece at a scenic lookout in Utah, when suddenly she notices something very odd. When Natalie watches the live photos back, she notices a bicycle riding by at an alarming speed in the background, all on its own. There's no rider, and there's no one chasing the runaway bike. Natalie says she's
ghost
creeped
biked it.
out by the strange photos.
Or somebody fell off their bike and it just kept going.
Viewer Steven Figueroa says that he's been experiencing paranormal events since he was 3 years old. He says that he has even seen full-bodied shadow apparitions in his home. So back in 2013, when Steven was 18 years old, he says that he was finally able to capture proof of what he's been experiencing. But it's a bit potato because all he had to record back then was his iPod Touch.
Which makes it to where it's really hard to tell if something is not faked or not.
Notice that the trash can first tips slightly forward, then moves back, then crashes over onto the floor. A few bags and suitcases fall over as well for no apparent reason.
Really?
Cut to 2017, and Steven has now upgraded his video with a new phone. When he hears a strange
it's not
rattling
shut,
noise
that's a
coming
little
from the
harder.
hallway outside his bedroom, he once again decides to try to record some proof of his paranormal experiences. And this is when things start to get really weird. A picture frame on the wall violently moves and raises up, almost as if it's trying to fly right off the wall. Since this video, Steven says that his grandmother cleansed and saged their home, and for the last 6 years, he's happy to report he's never had another paranormal experience. This next creepy video was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Paulus Helander. In his email, Paulus says that his brother was home all alone one night at their farm in Finland. Out the window, he notices that the light in the barn has mysteriously turned on. Paulus says that this strange event has happened many times, but no one in his family can figure out why. Now the farm is in the middle of nowhere, and the man is all alone, but nevertheless, he gathers his
Electrical
courage
shortening?
and goes out to turn off the light. He films the barn as he searches for any explanation as to why the light turned on. What happens next is downright creepy.
I'm done with the cheesecake. I just want to finish the video out.
Did you see it? A pale, undefined face can be seen staring in through the window of the barn, seemingly watching the man before disappearing into the night. Thankfully, whatever it was seems to have scurried off, and the man returned home unharmed. But what do you think
Probably
this
just a
is?
friend playing a
Is
prank
it
on
something
him.
paranormal, or perhaps something even more terrifying? A real person stalking around the farm in the middle of nowhere in the dead of night.
Probably the second, if it's actually something freaky.
Hanako-san. A group of friends at a high school in Japan hear crying coming from the restroom during their lunch break. Now in Japan, there is a famous legend of a girl named Hanako-san. This young girl's spirit is said to haunt restrooms in schools across Japan. The group moves in, all of them a bit hesitant to investigate the source of the creepy sound. Needless to say, it did not go well.
洋式のところから嘘取ってよねえ誰もいないよ本当に待ってこっち行くからね待ってねちょっと待って誰もいないのに声したってこと？そしたら
Sure, the doors just randomly opened after everybody else ran in.
The girls are just about to leave until they suddenly hear a loud bang and go back for a look. The horrifying, distorted face of a young girl can be seen inside one of the restroom stalls. The group runs in fear, and the video cuts. Now, unfortunately, there's no source to be found for this video. It appeared on the internet as mysteriously as the Japanese legend. So did the girls capture evidence of Hanako-san? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I feel it might be a horror
You decide. The 6-year seal. A girl says that she lives in a spooky house that was built in the early 1800s. She says that as long as she can remember, strange, unexplained things have happened around the home, including odd noises and creepy, unexplained footsteps in the middle of the night. Tragically, the girl's mother passed away inside the house under mysterious circumstances. Soon after, the girl's granddad became convinced that there was something evil inside the home. For unknown reasons, her granddad sealed his bedroom shut, hid the key, and left the house, never to return. The old man's room remained locked off for the next 6 years. Then suddenly, one day the key to the room was found just lying in the open on the living room table, with no explanation as to how it got there. One night, the girl and her friends decide to explore the allegedly haunted house, using a spirit box in hopes of getting some kind of answer from the other side. And that's when things take a very unexpected turn.
If there's anybody with us, can you tell us your name?
We don't usually tell you her name. In a lot of
Oh, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
scared me so bad.
The girl's sister is unaware of what's going on and simply steps out of the shower to go to her room. The group thinks it's a ghost and freaks the out. But things are about to take a much more sinister turn as the three friends finally decide to unlock and explore her granddad's 6-year sealed bedroom.
Oh, it's just a bedroom? Are you going in?
No, I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
I don't feel good. No, I don't. I'm
I
getting
just got so lightheaded.
that.
I just got
Corbin, don't be going for this one.
I just got so lightheaded. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I got lightheaded as soon as I walked in here.
Wow.
You are not welcome here.
Oh, my head's itching. I
If
think
there's
there's
any
lights
spirits
in
in
here.
here, leave. You are not welcome.
Why is Santa Claus locked up?
That's what that thing's creepy.
Hmm.
Santa, why are you locked up? It could be an object in here.
Yeah.
Did your grandpa ever think about that? Like, it could be an object. You could just burn the whole room.
No, you don't burn possessed items.
Oh, my back's burning.
Is it really?
Bitch, my back's
Do you have
burning.
stretch marks in it? I don't know.
Oh my god! No, you can't.
Stop.
No,
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Marks up your back.
Stop.
No, you do.
Stop, you're giving me anxiety.
Oh my f***ing god.
You're kidding, right? You're kidding.
No.
The girls are shocked as their friend seems to get scratched by something inside the room.
It took us like 5 minutes to unlock that door. Like it wouldn't open. We went in and immediately I felt lightheaded. Didn't you say you didn't feel good?
Alexis.
Yeah, immediately I felt lightheaded and I was like, okay, weird. But I was just trying to like play it off, you know, like it's not real. He said that his back was burning, and as a joke, I was like, oh, imagine if you had scratch marks. And then he had them.
The fact that you
And in the
said
video, you
exactly
obviously
what
can
it
see there
was
was no one
tells
near
me.
him.
After this terrifying ordeal, the group believes something is very wrong inside that house. They say that they plan on just staying out of that bedroom. But what do you think is going on here? Could there be a dark entity linked to that bedroom?
It's a
Or
bunch of kids
is it
all
all
working
just an
together to make
elaborate
something clever.
hoax?
I can do.
You decide.
I know how to do that
Lost
scratch
soul.
trick where you can make
In
scratch marks stay on
Michoacan,
your back for a
Mexico, a
while.
photographer named Paco is waiting in his studio for his friend Eduardo to arrive to work on a project. Paco suddenly hears his friend Eduardo outside his open window, talking loudly to someone on the street. Paco checks his security camera to see what's going on. And, just watch.
Güey, te juro por Dios, güey. Te lo juro por Dios que un señor me preguntó qué onda era la pinera.
Es mamada.
Te lo juro por Dios, güey. Un señor se me acercó y me preguntó, oiga, disculpe, ¿dónde es la pinera? Y por eso le explico, le digo que tenía que cruzar y darle más para abajo, güey, te lo juro. Te lo juro, güey, no mames. Fuck.
Eduardo swears that a man was asking him for directions, but the security footage shows no one there, just an odd white mist. So did Eduardo have a conversation with a ghost, or a brief mental breakdown? Because he seems convinced. So let me know what you think.
My best guess is you
Alice
probably don't
Attic.
see somebody at the angle.
Amateur
at the angle
paranormal
it's at.
investigator Phil Koch has been posting strange captures from his supernatural explorations for 15 years on YouTube.
The hell was that? Wait, gotta get the camera. Shh. Okay, something just crashed right next to us.
In fact, I featured Phil's videos on this channel many years ago.
What the hell? Something just moved behind me.
Now, on this particular night, Phil and his teenage son are performing a paranormal investigation in the attic of an allegedly haunted house in West Allis, Wisconsin. And things get weird.
On the floor. So.
56? 70? Between
Without them knowing, a voice seems to whisper, "Go outside."
7.
But what happens next shocks them to their core.
12:30. And I think that it was about an hour since we heard those footsteps coming through here, but I don't know what that was from. What's our average temperature?
It's about 37, 38.
That's why I'm cold. And I'm getting like a 0.2 all the way through the room.
Wait, it's going to 45. There's 50. Oh, I got a 50.
I got a reading here. Okay. Ow. I got a reading here. Okay. Ow.
Phil and his son have had enough. They just run right out of the attic. But when Phil uploads the video, many viewers claim that they can actually see something sitting in the chair that slides out. But what do you think?
I think it's just a trick. I think it's the trick of the lighting, but yeah.
Okay.
The Wandering Patient. This next video takes place in an allegedly haunted hospital. Now the story goes that the spirit of a little girl who passed away still wanders the hospital halls, unable to move on. Down in the hospital cafeteria, the staff working the late night shift experience something that makes their blood run cold.
That's just something on the sensor tripping it.
Ya deja de jugar, niña. Pequeña. No mames, no mames. Pequeña, que estamos jugando, ven acá. Ya se fue para allá. Se abrieron las de allá. Se abrieron las dos. Ya se salió, a lo mejor. Ay, no. Ay, no, no. Nunca me asusto, no, pero ahora mire. Nunca me asusto. Y ahora. Ay, no mames, no, no, ya. ¿Qué necesitas, pequeña? ¿Eh? No. ¿Ocupas algo? Ay, no. Pequeña. ¿Ya prendió la luz?
Now, the hospital night staff all know the creepy story of the little ghost that supposedly wanders the hospital. So they watch in terror as the cafeteria gates and automatic door open and close on their own, almost as if someone is walking there. But as the doors close, a small dark figure can be seen walking by the doors on the other side. But whatever it is, it somehow just doesn't trigger the automatic doors. So could the stories be true? And is the hospital indeed haunted by the spirit of a little girl? I leave that up to you to decide. The Madison Seminary.
Yeah.
Two teams of paranormal investigators decide to explore the allegedly haunted Madison Seminary in Madison, Ohio. Madison Seminary was built in 1847, and over the years the building has been used as a school, a hospital, a mental asylum, and even as housing for the grieving families of men who died in the Civil War. With a long, dark history like that, it's no surprise that many ghosts are said to haunt its abandoned halls. So one spirit in particular is said to be that of a very unfriendly doctor who tries to frighten and physically attack anyone who visits Madison Seminary. Now, the team of paranormal investigators has just started to explore the building when investigator Mandy notices something very odd.
You're super red.
What? Am I gonna die?
Wait,
What?
hold on.
Am I gonna die?
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he's super red. Look at that. Oh, sun just came through. Hey. Oh, it's a pain.
Oh, what the? It almost looks like a thumb. That's weird.
What?
It's a weird spot, too. Yeah, I don't even feel anything. Like, it doesn't feel like anything right now.
I'm pretty sure he just got stung by a mosquito or something.
I guess we'll see if it does start to feel like something. Yeah. So it's burning or something?
I mean, it's so red.
I know, it doesn't feel like
That's a
anything's
bug
weird.
bite.
Ghost hunter Steve is shocked to discover that a large red mark has suddenly appeared on the back of his neck. But he says he doesn't really
You can
feel a
actually see
thing.
the indent where the bug
So the group
bite mark
continues
came in.
upstairs where the angry spirit of the doctor is said to sometimes appear. As they record, they capture something that is downright creepy.
Yeah, it was like a male voice down there. It was like 2 or 3 words.
Doctor! Doctor!
It said doctor.
It just said doctor.
Right after we heard a male voice, it said doctor. Yeah. So the thing is, he says he doesn't like to be called a doctor because he says he was a surgeon. So people call him a doctor and it makes him angry. So we call him a doctor, usually.
Is there a doctor down there? Oh! Did you hear that? Yeah. I definitely heard a voice coming from down there.
The group hears a male voice coming from somewhere in the attic. But did you see it? Right after the investigators hear a voice and their obelisk ghost box says the word doctor, a small dark figure can be seen running into the attic hallway. The ghost hunters don't even notice the odd figure and only see it once they
That
review
tells
their
me it's been
footage
edited in
later.
post.
So did they capture the spirit of the old hospital doctor on camera? You decide. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Club Paranormal. Caught on camera. Late one night, Claire Mills from Manchester, England gets a notification on her Ring camera that someone is moving around in her front yard. For obvious reasons, Claire is a bit worried, and she immediately checks the camera footage. What she sees sends chills down her spine. A strange white mist can be seen quickly darting down the driveway before disappearing completely. Claire has no idea what to make of this bizarre figure and wonders if she might have caught a ghost on camera. We need scary videos.
That's a weird one. I
so
don't
if you
quite
see
know what
something
that
scary
one
that you
could
think
be. I
would
could
be
probably
perfect for
figure
the
out how
top
to prank
5,
though.
send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Secret Shopper. Security guard Garamirez Rivera is working the night shift on New Year's Eve at a Bodega Herrera store in Torreon, Mexico. The security guard is a little bit bored and records a video complaining about having to work all alone on New Year's Eve. Suddenly, something very strange happens.
Año nuevo, señores. Feliz año nuevo aquí encerrado.
I think we've seen this one where everything just starts falling.
Jales, jale. Sin llorar. Ay, güey. Hijo de su pinche madre. Luego se oyó. Ni pedo, vámonos. Uy. A la chingada. ¿Qué chingas trae ese pinche moho? No manches. No se oye con sensor, valiendo madre. Vámonos mejor.
Sounds more like a malfunctioning toy.
Uy, güey. Vámonos mejor.
After this creepy occurrence, the security guard is a little freaked out, but just brushes it off. But then, another night at 3:20 in the morning, Rivera thinks he keeps seeing someone walking behind him from the corner of his eye, even though he's the only person in the store. A little spooked, he decides to record himself as he walks through the store, hoping to catch a glimpse of any mysterious intruder that might be following him. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas madrugadas. No, bueno, más bien, estoy nervioso, asustado. Siempre traigo mi celular a la mano. Son las 3:20 de la mañana, me tocó aquí guardia nocturna, Bodega Herrera. Si se fijan, está todo solo. Pero ahorita acabo de ver a alguien allá en la entrada de clientes. Se miró allá por la entrada de clientes, hasta allá hasta atrás. Y no hay nadie. Yo fui a asomarme y no hay nadie. Así lo voy a dejar, a ver si pues de pura chingadera se vuelve a ver, ¿no? Y lo vi clarito. Ya lo vi otra vez. A ver si se alcanza a ver. No, me da miedo ir. A eso que se mira ahí. Eso negro que se ve ahí. Miren, ya se movió. ¡Oh! Está caminando, de hecho hasta que no manches. No manches. Y se sigue moviendo. Es una persona, claro está que miren. No. Vámonos.
Someone or something can be seen lurking behind the creeped out security guard. Now, we cut to a week later and Rivera is back on another night shift when he spots a little girl aimlessly wandering around outside the supermarket. But before he can approach her, she simply disappears into the night. Given the late hour and the fact that the little girl was all alone, many viewers have speculated that this little girl could have been responsible for the strange occurrences in the store. Some even suggest that she might actually be a ghost. So now a few months go by and things seem to be back to normal at the store. But then Rivera spots a shopping cart doing something a little weird.
¿Qué tal, amigos? ¿Cómo están? Oigan, estoy en mi hora de comida, pero no van a creer, amigos. Ahorita escuché que se movió el carrito. No lo vi. Escuché que ese carrito se movió, amigos. Se escuchó ese clarito como si lo hubiera alguien agarrado. Bueno, no sé, a lo mejor son mis nervios. Miren, hasta no sé si se fijan, hasta estoy temblando. Pero sí, clarito, clarito escuché que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito, clarito. Si yo, pues no alcancé a grabarlo, obviamente. Pero mire, no manches, mira. Chéquense. Ustedes me van a decir si soy yo, son mis nervios, no sé. Pero, mire, no manches. No manches. No manches, amigos. Se movió. El carro se movió.
Now the only thing that would be interesting is if a little girl's face popped around a
Se
corner.
movió, amigos. Se movió.
As the security guard attempts to capture evidence of the shopping cart moving, a soft voice can be heard saying, "Jugamos?" which basically translates in English to, "Want to play?"
Que lo movieron, amigos. Clarito, clarito.
So could it be that the Bodega Herrera store in Torreon is haunted by the spirit of a little girl? Or just what is going on here? I leave it up to you to decide.
I was a little busy during that. I went with Magos Purple on the face. So what I'm figuring we're going to do is we're going to take a black wash to the gloves and everything else. We're going to, once we get this last coat on of the dress, well, at least for the hat, we're going to go back with the black wash, make everything look about the same tone. Actually, I think we're going to do a purple wash on everything. That'll be a little bit better. Are they still drying? Just a smidge. I think I want to do everything but the face mask with this purple wash. And the skin tone, obviously. And then the face mask, we might come in. I don't know. The face mask the face mask I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do with. I have an idea for the hands, and we're gonna get there. We might still need the black wash. That might be the best option. I figured we'd give her a little bit of a monstrous thing going on with her hands. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I'm just talking to myself, so I'm going to have Nero pop in. Trying to get it to look like her hands are like corrupted and rotting sort of deal. do we think? Too much, or should I just paint them all black? And where's the Nergorot? If anyone's still here, I'm trying to figure out if the arms look like they're sort of like infected and rotting. If they don't, then I'm just going to take Abaddon Black and just cover them up. Oh shit. Does this look like her arms are like infected with something?
Is that what you're going for?
I am now, because I thought it looked interesting.
Well, especially with the veins looking like that. Looks like she's pulsing with something trying to erupt out.
That's what I was going for, because then I've also got her mask is going to glow. Other than the purple part, that's like a doctor's mask, the eye parts are going to glow.
And it looks like she has an infection on the mask as well.
Oh, and then a little detail I put on the flower.
So a plague, a plague doctor reflected the plague.
Well, look at the flower.
And the flower's alive.
Yep.
Well, always good.
I unintentionally made a Nurgle plague doctor. What do we think? Did she look like she came out like a plague doctor should? Alright. I'm gonna keep playing with this if I don't stop, so I think instead what we're going to do is if I don't stop, so I think... And I can tell at some point I lost my voice. I think what we are going to do is we are going to go raid somebody. I don't know who yet. Well, we've got Pun the Devil, who's doing a special event. We've got Captain Ambrose Fox doing Dead by Daylight. We got Leshy Room doing Little Witch in the Woods. Ooh, we haven't done Little Foxy in a bit. We're gonna go say hi to Little Foxy because I just noticed she's on. It's been a while since we said hi to her. We should be back tomorrow night with a... Well, I think we just swapped our Blue Twitch nights, so we're probably gonna end up doing that tomorrow night instead. But I think we're gonna go raid out and we're gonna go say hi to Little Foxy, who is playing some Fortnite. I hope you all get a good rest, and I hope you all have a good evening. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you when I see you. Bye, my lovelies. I fucking derped. I forgot she's got two. Thank goodness you're all still here. Alright. Now we're gonna go raid.